Have you ever laid your head on your pillow, the scent of jasmine from the garden drifting through your window, only to find your peace shattered by a familiar, unwelcome nudge from within? Have you ever wondered why something as seemingly small, as innocent as a handful of nuts enjoyed with your evening chai, could be the very reason you find yourself walking to the washroom 3 or even 4 times before the sun graces the sky? From the cool hills of Shimla to the warm coasts of Kerala, this quiet, everyday habit is silently conspiring against their sleep. You end a long day, a day filled with gentle routines, quiet prayers, and the laughter of grandchildren. You go to bed hoping for 7 or 8 hours of uninterrupted rest, a time for your body to heal and your mind to quieten. It lies in the gentle wisdom our ancestors knew so well, the wisdom of our own kitchens. Some nuts can act like a soothing lullaby for your bladder, while others quietly trigger it into a state of alert. It sounds almost too simple to be true, but for countless elders across the length and breadth of India, the night, which should be a sanctuary of stillness, transforms into a frustrating cycle of interruptions. And what time is it in your part of the world right now? Please share in the comments below. Even a small moment from your day, a simple hello from Pune, is deeply valued here. It connects us all. And if you find this gentle guidance helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss the next tip, made with care, just for you. Your sleep breaks, the comforting warmth of your blanket is lost. Your body, instead of rejuvenating, feels a weariness that seeps into your bones, and your mornings no longer feel fresh and full of promise. You lie down at night, hoping for peaceful rest. During our younger years, our brain releases more of this hormone at night, signaling the kidneys to produce less urine, so we can sleep soundly. With age, the production of vasopressin naturally starts to decrease. This means more urine is produced precisely when your body is craving deep, uninterrupted rest. But somewhere around 1 a.m., the undeniable urge to urinate arrives. You tell yourself it's just once, and those that contain compounds acting as natural diuretics can quietly make this problem much worse. They may seem harmless, a simple evening snack, but when consumed late in the evening, they can gently irritate the sensitive bladder lining or stimulate the already working kidneys a little too much. It is your body, in its profound wisdom, asking for a deeper level of understanding and care. Think of it like a doorbell that has become too sensitive. Even a light touch sets it off. It is not about deprivation or avoiding the foods you love. It is about understanding your body's beautiful new rhythm and honoring it with gentle, loving habits. In our youth, the bladder would wait patiently, stretching comfortably until it was genuinely full. Now, it reacts more quickly, sending an urgent wake-up signal to your brain even when it contains only a small amount of urine. We remember our mothers soaking them for us as children, a symbol of love and a source of strength. For elders seeking both vitality and calmness, almonds are a true gift. This simple action translates into fewer false alarms from your bladder during the night, paving the way for a deeper, more peaceful, and uninterrupted sleep. They are exceptionally rich in magnesium, a mineral that is a superstar for muscle relaxation. The muscles that surround and control your bladder are no exception. After the age of 60, our magnificent kidneys, which have served us so faithfully for decades, begin to work in a slightly slower, more delicate rhythm. They still perform their vital job, but the intricate balance of fluids and electrolytes in the body changes, especially during the night. But then, it comes again at 3 a.m., and perhaps once more just as the first birds begin to sing before sunrise. They feel like a continuation of a restless night. But your bladder, it seems, has other plans entirely. But here is the hopeful, beautiful part. The wisdom to solve this problem doesn't lie in complicated medicines or difficult regimes. In today's video, we will gently and lovingly explore 5 nuts that are true friends to your nighttime peace, supporting deep and restorative sleep. And we will also shine a light on 5 you should perhaps avoid, or at least enjoy much earlier in the day, especially after sunset. These are small, mindful changes, but I promise you, they can bring a great and profound sense of relief. Before we begin this journey together, I would be so grateful to know, where are you watching this video from? As we gracefully journey into our 60s, 70s, and beyond, many of us begin to notice a quiet, persistent change in our nightly rhythm. This is not simply a matter of getting old. Please, do not dismiss it as such. A crucial hormone, known as vasopressin, which you can think of as the body's nighttime water-saving manager, plays a key role. At the very same time, the delicate network of nerves around the bladder can become more sensitive, more reactive than before. This is where our evening diet becomes so critical. Certain foods, especially oily or heavily salted nuts. This is precisely why choosing what you eat and, just as importantly, when you eat becomes a sacred act of self-care. After 60, almonds, or badam, have always held a sacred place in Indian households. As we age, and these muscles become more twitchy and reactive, the magnesium in almonds gently encourages them to stay calm and relaxed, even when the bladder is not completely full. Furthermore, almonds play a vital role in regulating blood sugar levels. Many people don't realize that sharp dips or spikes in blood sugar during the night can cause restless wake-ups. By providing a steady source of energy, almonds help prevent these fluctuations. In the morning, or by the evening, peel off the brown skin. The skin contains tannins and phytic acid, which can slightly hinder nutrient absorption. Eat these peeled, softened almonds around 5 o'clock p.m. as a gentle snack. Please avoid eating cold almonds straight from the fridge, as Ayurveda teaches us that cold foods can dampen the digestive fire Agni, especially in older bodies. This is crucial because a heavy, bloated stomach can put physical pressure on the lower abdomen and, consequently, on the bladder as you sleep. They also contain a good amount of calcium and plant-based protein, both of which are essential for maintaining muscle strength and promoting steady, stable sleep cycles after the age of 60. This simple, nourishing dish, enjoyed around 6 p.m., keeps your stomach feeling light and your mind feeling calm as the evening settles in. They are particularly rich in potassium, an electrolyte that plays a key role in nerve function and muscle contraction. Specifically, potassium helps to relax the smooth muscles of your urinary tract and sending those false urgency signals to your brain in the middle of the night. In addition, pistachios offer natural anti-inflammatory properties, which can be especially useful if you experience mild, chronic irritation in the bladder lining, a common issue in later years. You may enjoy a small bowl of makhana, either plain or gently seasoned as described, but always try to have it before 7 o'clock p.m. If you are someone living with diabetes or pre-diabetic conditions, this stabilizing effect is especially helpful for keeping your body in a state of calm equilibrium during sleep. This is a perfect, satisfying portion to be taken between 4:30 and 5:30 p.m. It is very important to choose unsalted, plain pistachios. Avoid the heavily salted, masala, or roasted versions sold in packets, as they contain far too much sodium, which will defeat the entire purpose by making you thirsty. A large amount can be heavy on the system, potentially causing bloating or an excess intake of fat, both of which can disturb sleep. They are a treasure. Unlike many other nuts, they are naturally very low in oil and sodium, and they do not act as diuretics. This means they won't put any extra burden on your kidneys or push them into overwork during the precious night hours. Taken early in the evening, they help in regulating the bladder's rhythm, encouraging it to empty well before bedtime. The most beneficial way to consume almonds is the traditional way. Soak 5 to 7 almonds in water overnight. Mix this powder into a warm glass of milk or sprinkle it over a simple evening meal like khichdi or porridge. This should be taken around 5:30 to 6 p.m., giving your body ample time to absorb the incredible nutrients and gently relax by bedtime. Furthermore, they support the body's natural production of melatonin, the sleep hormone responsible for inducing restful, deep, and uninterrupted sleep. They are especially recommended for postmenopausal women. According to the timeless wisdom of Ayurveda, sesame is a warming food. This means it helps to balance Vata energy, the energy of movement and air, which, when imbalanced, can lead to anxiety, restlessness, and dryness in the body. By its warming nature, till helps the body stay grounded, nourished, and calm. Makhana, also known as foxnuts or lotus seeds, are one of the most wonderfully bladder-friendly evening snacks for elders across all of India. They are especially beneficial for older adults who may be struggling with inflammation or poor sleep quality. They are one of nature's best plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which are renowned for their ability to gently reduce inflammation throughout the body, including in the bladder and joints. Makhana is also incredibly light and gentle on the digestive system. For generations, elders in Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and Bengal have a beautiful tradition of lightly roasting makhana in a teaspoon of pure ghee with a pinch of cumin, jeera, or black pepper. Pistachios, with their cheerful green and purple hues, are not just a festive treat. They are a source of powerful nutrients. This small, subtle relaxation has a very big benefit. It helps prevent your bladder from contracting unnecessarily. However, with pistachios, moderation is the golden rule. The recommended amount is one small, closed handful, which is about 28 grams. Flax seeds, or alsi, are tiny, humble brown seeds that pack a surprisingly powerful nutritional punch. Flax seeds also contain compounds called lignans, which support the body's hormonal balance, particularly important for postmenopausal women. While it's true that flax seeds have a very mild diuretic effect, this is actually beneficial when they are timed correctly. The ideal way to consume flax seeds is to gently dry roast 1 teaspoon of the seeds until they begin to pop. You can then grind them into a powder. Sesame seeds, or till, have been a cornerstone of traditional Indian winter diets for millennia, and for good reason. These tiny seeds are a powerhouse of healthy fats, calcium crucial for bone health in elders, and plant lignans, which further supports hormonal balance and, consequently, bladder comfort. Till is particularly helpful for women experiencing frequent urination after menopause, as it soothes both the digestive tract and the bladder wall. Another wonderful way is to mix half a teaspoon of sesame seed paste, tahini, or roasted seed powder, into a small glass of warm milk around 7:30 p.m. Avoid combining sesame with very heavy or excessively sweet foods at night. It works its magic best on its own or with light, simple meals. They are synonymous with winter evenings, train journeys, and simple family gatherings. They are affordable, filling, and when roasted with salt and spices, they become utterly tempting. We have all enjoyed them for years without a second thought. You can consume sesame seeds in the form of a small, homemade laddu made with jaggery, not refined sugar, after an early dinner. You eat the salty peanuts, you feel thirsty, you drink more water late in the evening. It provides the same satisfying crunch and warmth, but without the burden of excess salt and oil, and without placing any undue pressure on your bladder or kidneys during the night. And consequently, you might wake up once, twice, or even 3 times in the night, disrupting your precious sleep to use the washroom. By choosing the right friend for your evening, at the right time, you help your bladder stay calm, your sleep become deeper, and your mornings feel lighter and more hopeful. They are the star of sweets, like koyu katli, and add richness to festive curries. For an elderly person with slower digestion or any pre-existing mild kidney issues, consuming koyu late at night can quietly contribute to increased bladder sensitivity and a feeling of urgency. Over time, a high oxalate intake can even promote the formation of kidney stones, but behind their luxurious, soft texture lies an important characteristic that many elders are not aware of. Cashews are high in oxalates, peanuts are naturally high in oils and, when commercially prepared, are laden with sodium. This combination can make them heavy to digest and can significantly increase internal heat or pitta. They are known to increase pitta dosha, the fire element in the body. This can manifest as disturbed sleep, feeling hot or restless at night, or even waking up sweating. They even contain a small amount of melatonin, the sleep hormone. This can be confusing. How can a nut that contains melatonin disrupt sleep? The answer lies in its other properties. As this gas builds up in the abdomen, it creates a mild but persistent physical pressure on the bladder, even if there is very little urine present. This can trigger the sensation and urge to urinate, even though your bladder is only partially full. If this sounds familiar, your evening cashew habit might be a silent cause. For elders with a slowing metabolism, this heaviness often leads to bloating and discomfort. For a young, healthy person, this is unnoticeable. But for an elder with an already sensitive bladder, this gentle stimulation can be enough to become a quiet disturbance. These fruits soothe digestion, cool the body, and will not disturb your bladder during its resting hours. More importantly, the salt dramatically increases thirst, especially after sunset. Each of these 5 nuts and seeds has a unique and gentle way of supporting your aging body, not through harsh medicine, but through nurturing, daily habits. Peanuts, or moongfali, are a beloved staple across India, but after the age of 60, our body's tolerance and digestive processes change, even towards foods that once felt completely harmless. This creates a vicious cycle. Instead of reaching for peanuts, try switching to that small, warm bowl of roasted makana. Cashews, or koyu, are creamy, sweet, and feel like an indulgence. Oxalates are natural compounds that, in sensitive individuals, can irritate the lining of the bladder and urinary tract. From an Ayurvedic perspective, cashews are also considered heating in nature. If you are craving something soft, rich, and naturally sweet in the evening, try a small slice of ripe papaya or a few slices of a stewed apple with a pinch of cinnamon instead. Walnuts, or akhrots, are frequently and rightly praised as brain food for their omega-3 content. Walnuts also contain compounds that can slightly stimulate the bladder. Furthermore, unlike the gentler almonds or pistachios, walnuts tend to generate gas in some elderly people, especially when digestion slows down after sunset. If you love eating akhrot for its health benefits, the morning hours are the absolute best time, when your digestive fire is strong and your body is active. For a peaceful evening, replace them with those wonderful soaked and peeled almonds, which are cooler, gentler on the stomach, and far better suited for promoting nighttime peace. But their defining characteristic is their ability to absorb vast amounts of water, up to 12 times their weight. They expand in the stomach like a sponge. Chia seeds have gained immense popularity in recent years, even among older adults in India, for their incredible fiber and omega-3 content. For an elderly person who already feels bloated at times or experiences frequent urination, this internal pressure can create a constant, false urge to use the toilet throughout the night. If you eat chia seeds after 4 o'clock or 5 p.m., they can continue to swell inside your digestive tract for hours, pressing against the bladder from the inside, even if you do not drink much water with them. But this convenient combination of high salt, various spices, processing oils, and heavy proteins is simply not ideal when your body is trying to wind down for rest, and cramping if the digestive system is not accustomed to it, especially when digestion naturally slows in the evening. They warm the body, support the bladder's health, and do not create any expanding bulk in your stomach late at night. It also forces the kidneys to stay in high gear, working hard to filter the excess sodium from your blood when they should be resting. Too much salt in your system directly interferes with its function, making you produce more urine during the night when you should be producing less. As a result, your sleep is broken, and your bladder remains on high alert even when your mind and body desperately want to rest. It's not that chia seeds are unhealthy, they are fantastic. But for this specific purpose, their timing is everything. And if you absolutely must have a snack later in the evening, a warm glass of milk with a pinch of turmeric haldi can help relax the body and mind far more effectively than any crunchy, salty mix. In addition, their extremely high fiber content, while healthy, can sometimes lead to gas. These 5 nuts and seeds may look healthy on the surface, but when eaten late, they can quietly trigger discomfort, disturb sleep, and place unnecessary pressure on your precious kidneys and bladder. By simply shifting the what and the when of your evening snack, you may find your nights becoming more peaceful, your body quieter, and your mornings lighter just as they used to be. If you want the benefits of seeds in the evening, switch to those lightly roasted sesame seeds till it is just as important, if not more so, than quantity. Doctors and Ayurveda experts alike are unanimous in their advice. The ideal time to consume any nuts is before 6 o'clock or 7 p.m., and never too close to your bedtime. When nuts are mixed with foods that are high in water, they can expand more aggressively inside the stomach, increasing that internal pressure on the bladder and creating unnecessary discomfort and a false urge to urinate during the night. And please, do not exceed 1 closed handful per day. A safe and beneficial serving is around 25 to 30 grams, which is roughly the size of your own closed fist. This combination is light, rich in good fats, and profoundly calming to the body. It's ideal for that 4:30 to 6 o'clock p.m. window, and after a light, early dinner, perhaps a small, homemade til laddu, not too sweet, can warm the body and soothe the bladder before you retire for the night. The entire system shifts into a rest and repair mode, and one of those quietest, most persistent whispers comes in the dead of night. You're lying in bed, the fan humming its steady tune, and yet your sleep breaks. Again, that urge to urinate may come once, twice, or more. And while it's easy to resign and say, "It's just my age," the truth is that a few small, consistent lifestyle changes can make a truly beautiful difference. While a glass of warm milk may feel comforting and traditional, it adds a substantial amount of fluid to your system right before bedtime. This gives your kidneys more work to do and your bladder more reasons to wake you. It sounds like a wise, preventative measure, but it actually trains your bladder to empty itself too frequently, even when it's not full. Over time, your bladder's capacity can seem to shrink, and your body learns to wake you for very small amounts of urine, leading to more sleep interruptions. So instead, learn to listen for your body's real urge, not the force of habit. If your throat feels dry or you need to take medicine, take only a few small sips of water, just enough to wet your mouth, not a full cup. If you eat heavy or oily foods like nuts too late, your body has to divert energy to digestion instead of restoration, which can stimulate the bladder, increase urine production, or simply cause a feeling of heaviness that disturbs your sleep without you even realizing why. This position is known to reduce pressure on the vena cava, a major blood vessel, which improves circulation back to the heart. It also reduces pressure on your bladder and can improve digestion. Perhaps it begins with enjoying your almonds a little earlier, or skipping that last cup of tea, and you may just find that your sleep becomes a little softer, your mornings a little clearer, and your heart a little lighter. Use a low, soft pillow to keep your neck aligned, and consider placing a thin cushion between your knees to support your hips and back. It is about eating wisely, with rhythm, and with deep respect for the quiet, profound wisdom of your aging body. But as you now understand, these simple, mindful choices can make a profound difference in how peacefully you sleep, how truly rested you feel, and how light and hopeful your mornings become. And most importantly, share it with a friend, a parent, or a loved one who may also need this comfort and guidance. Your one small action of sharing might bring immense relief to someone who has been quietly struggling, perhaps feeling they were all alone in this. You may have spent your day watering the tulsi plant, helping grandchildren with their homework, or sitting quietly with your newspaper and a hot cup of chai. It is found in the quiet, loving act of understanding the gentle needs of your aging body and responding with care and awareness. As the sun begins its descent, your body also begins to quietly prepare for rest. Please share your thoughts, your experiences, or simply write the word hope in the comments below. Because hope is a beautiful and powerful thing. It reminds us that positive change is always possible, no matter our age. This is the magical window when even the smallest choices you make begin to matter more than ever before. A cool, dark, and airy room helps your body produce melatonin and regulate hormones like vasopressin more effectively, which in turn reduces nighttime urination. In many modern Indian homes, families gather late for dinner. Because waking up again and again in the night doesn't just break your sleep. It slowly breaks your confidence and your sense of well-being. And you deserve so much better. You deserve to rest deeply, to wake up with a smile, and to feel strong and steady in your body once again. But after 60, your digestion is not what it once was. Eating a late, heavy meal puts immense pressure on your entire system, including your bladder, just as your body is trying to rest. Alongside this, consciously avoid watery foods like cucumber, raw tomato, or thin watery soups, rasam after 6 o'clock p.m. They are wonderfully healthy in the daytime, but at night, they will surely increase urine production. Pre-packaged, salted mixed nuts have become a convenient go-to snack for many older Indians, perfect for enjoying while watching TV, reading a book, or during late-night family chats. The high sodium content is the primary culprit. Salt makes you extremely thirsty, leading to increased fluid intake before bed. Remember that hormone vasopressin we talked about. Instead of any salted or spiced mixed nuts, make a conscious choice for plain, unsalted almonds or pistachios before 6 o'clock p.m. Just as we lovingly adjust our shawls and sweaters with the changing seasons, we must also learn to adjust our food choices with our age and the time of day. For elders in India, the evening is not just a time to rest the body. It is a sacred time to honor it gently. When it comes to eating nuts after 60, timing is everything. Why this specific window? Because after sunset, the body's digestive fire, our ugly, naturally begins to dim. You should also be mindful to avoid combining nuts with very watery fruits like watermelon, muskmelon, or citrus fruits, especially in the evening. Another simple, golden rule to follow: never eat nuts on a completely empty stomach, as they can be too heavy. If you enjoy variety, a wonderful evening snack could be a handful of soaked almonds alongside a few roasted macana. Remember, at this beautiful stage of life, true health is not about eating less. As the years grace us, our body begins to whisper its needs instead of shouting. The first and most powerful habit is to eat dinner early, preferably before 7 o'clock p.m. The second tip is one that many elders often overlook: avoid tea, milk, coffee, or any significant fluid intake at 8 o'clock p.m. Another quiet trap is the habit of going to the washroom, just in case, right before sleeping. Now, let us talk about your sleeping posture, something rarely discussed but deeply important. Try sleeping on your left side. Finally, create a sleep sanctuary. Wear light, breathable cotton sleepwear. Avoid polyester or heavy fabrics that trap heat and can disrupt your hormonal balance. These are not difficult, drastic changes. They are small, loving acts of care, done not just for physical comfort, but for your dignity. Let tonight be the night you decide to try just one of these small changes. So today, we have gently walked through a topic that may have seemed small: just a few types of nuts and some evening habits. Sometimes, the best form of healthcare is not found in big medicines or strict, complicated rules. If something in this video touched your heart or made you think of your own personal journey with health and aging, I would truly love to hear from you. And if you found this video to be a gentle and helpful guide, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon so you are always notified until we meet again in our next video. I wish you nights as calm and quiet as the breeze in your courtyard, and mornings as fresh and full of promise as the first sip of chai by your window. Take the very best care of yourself, and may peace find you, gently, tonight and every night ahead.